India's hospitality industry employs about 37 million people, but only 1% are properly skilled.
It was always been considered as an industry where it's an option number 3 for a 18-year-old. Lot of our students who are passing out are not working in India.
Tourism and hospitality goal of $3 trillion economy for the sector has been set by 2047.
We are looking at 8.5% of the India's GDP from the tourism sector in the next 3 to 4 years. It will definitely overtake the IT sector. Homestay and the agro-tourism will become India's answer to Airbnb.
CII and EY did a report recently saying that around 6.1 million new jobs will be created. Just about 1.5 million will be women.
More women means better hospitality. So I think that this is something we need to work on. We right now working on a project, skill development project, where we are actually only picking up the women.
What is your outlook for hospitality sector in Tier 2 and Tier 3 India?
India now lives in Tier 2, Tier 3. Aspiration level in these cities are much higher than in the urban youngsters. Only concern is that the skilling.
Joining me today is Dr Suborno Bose. He is the founder of IIHM and Indismart Group, and he has spent decades trying to strengthen the hospitality sector. Hello and welcome to What India Needs podcast with me, Shutapa Paul. Today we draw attention to one of the leading job creators in India, the hospitality industry. Valued at over $24 billion in 2024 and set to reach $31 billion in 2029, the hospitality sector is a significant contributor to the nation's GDP. However, lack of talent, proper education, complex and erratic laws are dogging the industry. Joining me today is Dr. Suborno Bose. He is the founder of IIHM and Indismart Group, and he has spent decades trying to strengthen the hospitality sector. Thank you for coming on What India Needs podcast, Dr. Bose.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You know, your experience and your work within the hospitality industry makes you one of the luminaries, and it's such a pleasure to have you with us. The first thing that I'd like to speak to you about is the acute shortage of talent that faces the hospitality industry. India's hospitality industry employs about 37 million people, but only 1% are properly skilled. Why is there such a skill gap, and what can be done to bridge this gap?
So if you see historically, hospitality industry grew in India at a time very inorganically.
Right.
Like there were only one or two of the five-star chains, namely Oberoi's and Taj, and then ITC came. And then last 15 years, we had got almost all the big brands.
Right.
Hyatt Regency came, Hilton came, Marriott came and conquered everything. Accor came, Accor is your Novotel, Ibis, And then Radisson came, Wyndham is now there big time. And then Indian brands like Taj went absolutely on the top gear in terms of the hotels.
Right.
So the change from the pace of the new hotels and existing hotel to new hotel has been big,
Right.
people. And I think the skill gap was there because it was always been considered as an industry where it's an option number 3 for a 18-year-old. First, you do maybe engineering or medicine or lawyer or CA like me. And then, even if that doesn't work, maybe you do something else. And if nothing happens, you do hospitality. That time is to say even more crudely hotel management because it's... And so what happened, the people who used to the hotel management are not been glamorized. Their aspiration was low. People used to say, you will become Baburji. That was the concept about maybe 35 years back, 40 years back. When I started IIM first and then IIHM in 1989, on a beautiful 1st April 1989. And it was like people used to say, oh, why are you doing here? You are a CA. Why don't you start a college for CA? I said, no. let me start something else. But then there was a big skill gap then
Right.
and a skill gap now, but the skill gap have reduced.
Right.
Now, what your question is, because of the proliferation of the organizations, whether it's hotels, whether it's restaurant, whether cafes, it's casinos, yeah, it's aviation, it's a cruise liner, it's facility management, everywhere it has been exponentially increased. But the skill have not increased to that level, not kept the pace with it. So there's a gap. Secondly, still hospitality is possibly not the first choice of a lot of people, although it is still much better than what it was. So people who comes to hospitality sometimes comes by rebound because they didn't got somewhere else. I am seeing that over the last 10 years this trend has changing, that people are coming as a first choice, and those who are coming as a first choice are absolutely rockstar. They're really doing well. They're very passionate because it's a very passion-driven industry.
Yeah.
Just like any passion-driven industry that is more of art than science. And it is very aspirational industry.
Right.
Skill gap is also responsible because a lot of our students who are passing out from institute like ours and others are not working in India. They are going to USA. They are going to Middle East. They're working in Mauritius. They're working in all over the world. So they are not prepared to work in India because the pay scale was so low.
Right.
Now the pay scale is much better. People are staying back. So it's not about skill was less. People working in India was less. I have got thousands of students in US, more than 1,000 in UK. They become general managers. But if I ask them to come to India, they say, no, we're now settled down here. We got married as well. So we're not going to go to India. So that is the problem, is that we have got the skills, we have got the talent, but they're not in our country.
Right.
We need to really do something very seriously on this.
So obviously it's a very tough profession. I've seen a lot of my friends, and I'm talking about 20 years ago, it used to be even tougher. 35 years ago, as you said, even tougher. The problem of low wages, long hours, excruciatingly difficult work hours has been a norm. How can we change that? Because as you said, to retain talent, lifestyle and the working hours, the pay has to improve. How can the industry and the sector change this?
So the good news is that it is changing for the better. Already there are brands like Hyatt Regency or the Hyatt Group, I'll say, who are offering 6 days off in a month. And there are properties like Marriott, which operates at 5 days a week. Sometime may have to have 6 days, but generally 5 days. So pay also much better, much better now. I tell you what, I mean, the hospitality graduate from IIHM starts at a higher rate of initial salary than engineer.
Oh.
Yeah, not the engineer from IITs possibly, but engineering colleges.
Right.
So our students start at 24,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Initially, since you're from Bangalore, one of the Bangalore chain, a smaller chain called Tribo Hotel, run by my friend Siddharth Gupta. He recruited at 35,000 first job, and as a hotel manager, which I don't think even some engineers get these days. So things are changing because more people are coming in leadership role who are understanding that our industry is a people industry. It's for the people who are the guest, by the people who are working. It's of the people, and there is a big money from the investors who are the most important stakeholder. So it's people industry. It's not a automobile robotic kind of here. You have to still do namaskar. You have to still smile. You have to still make the guest happy. You have to still be smiling even if the guest is very angry. You need to do conflict resolution. And you can do so many things which are very human industry. Yeah, makes it human industry. So to make that skill industry, you need people with passion, people who love the job.
Yeah.
It can not always be money.
Yeah.
A lot of things which our industry gives are not offered by other industries. For example, if they're big brands, they have got multiple hotel, and the managers can actually go in any one of the hotels for 1 week in a year,
Right.
free of cost, and spend that time with their family.
But at the manager level.
At a manager, assistant manager level,
Yeah.
you have to reach to that level.
Yeah.
First few years are really little challenging. Not challenging, it's like you have to get up on the top. Secondly, it's one of the industry that gives you all duty meals.
Yeah.
So if you're a young guy, not from a very rich family, and you are just getting 24,000 or so, but then if you are clever, you can work in a shift, you can get your breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything.
Yeah.
Because you get all duty meals.
That's support.
That's and that's not just in India. That's a globally kind of a lot of resorts like in Goa, in Kerala, in Uttarakhand, Uttaranchal. They give accommodation. They give accommodation. Even my students works for Geo in Mumbai. They get accommodation in Mumbai.
Right. And that's a big blessing. I mean, when
blessing.
you're getting
you don't need to spend money on accommodation.
Yeah.
So you and they're quite a decent accommodation. It's not 5-star, but it's quite a decent for young boys and girls.
Yeah.
So they save money on the cost.
Right.
So whatever comes to me, most of the money I take home because my food is free, my accommodation is free, my uniform are free. Sometimes the hotel gets their own transport, own buses. So everything is like taken care of.
And the hospitality industry is one of the leading job creators in the nation. It's also one of the most significant contributors to the nation's GDP. And even when we talk about Viksit Bharat, and now there is the whole tourism and hospitality goal of $3 trillion economy for the sector has been set by 2047,
Yes.
of which hospitality is a very significant sector. So what are your views on these goals that have been set?
I think it's a great question because Viksit Bharat is all about the people who lives in Bharat.
Yeah,
Otherwise, Viksit Bharat will never become successful.
correct.
It's not a concept. It's a reality which people like you, me, and everybody have to do. People are traveling. Post-COVID, Indians have started travel aggressively. Initially, we used to call it revenge tourism.
Yeah.
And now it's no more revenge. It's just tourism. People are traveling 4-5 times in a year. So more they're traveling, more the hotels are gaining, tourism sector is gaining, airlines are gaining. Now with the new trains that has come like Vande Bharat and all, which are connecting smaller places, I think everything is now becoming very, very important in terms of tourism.
Right.
We are looking at 8.5% of the India's GDP from the tourism sector in the next 3 to 4 years, which will be significant, almost close to 10%. And it will definitely overtake the IT sector because IT sector is for a particular area, but tourism, everybody, a person who earns maybe 1 lakh a year and a person who earns 1 crore a day,
Right.
everybody wants to travel.
Yeah.
It can be small, it can be big, it can be near, it can be far. It can be 5-star luxury, Raffles and Ritz-Carlton, or it can be just a small homestay,
Yeah.
which is going to be one of our biggest kind of ecosystem, the homestay and the agro-tourism. These two in the 10 year will take over a huge, huge thing. It will become India's answer to Airbnb.
Right.
So we need to focus on this. I mean, sometimes we only talk about the bigger things like hotel, aviation, but look at the homestay.
Yeah.
We have got a campus in Shiliguri. It's just started a couple of years back, and I traveled in the hills, and I stay in some of the homestays, which can be as less than 1,000 rupees a day, with the home food and the comfort, people, human.
Beautiful experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they will take you, they will tell you, they will give you the best Darjeeling tea, which a 5-star hotel will not give us.
Yeah.
They will still give us the tea bags.
The real hospitality and the charm.
Yes. And
Homestays.
hospitality is all about that.
Yes.
Hospitality is something that comes from the heart. Hospitality is not a plastic smile. So unless you know, take that, and one is agri-tourism.
Yeah.
Agri-tourism is going to be very big. Today we're talking about tea tourism. We're talking about the coffee tourism. We talk about Kurg and things like places like Kurg. Now, there are a lot of agri-tourism will come up where people will come to this agricultural hub and spend time in a homestay.
Right.
And you can see acres of farmland, acres of pond. Just relax there. You don't need to go anywhere. Walk. Be under the sun. Be under the nature. And you don't need to always go to very fashionable places. Sometimes people needs to go to these smaller places and enjoy.
Right.
Agri-tourism is big.
Right.
I mean, I love to stay in the tea gardens.
Yeah.
Because you can see so much which you
Tea
cannot
gardens,
find.
farm stays,
Exactly.
close to nature and animals as well. Some of
Animals
them
as
have
well.
some amazing petting
Absolutely.
zoos and little ones.
Absolutely.
So, to propel this vision of tourism and hospitality economy reaching that $3 trillion, obviously, we discussed talent. That's a major thing. We need more of our youngsters staying, more of them joining the hospitality industry and staying back in India. So CII and EY did a report recently, and I'm sure you've come across it, saying that around 6.1 million new jobs will be created, wherein the interesting part was that 4.5 million of them will be male. The more men they see joining, and just about 1.5 million will be women joining. This is by 2036-37. That's their report. Now, there is a bit of a gender disparity in the hospitality sector. How do we make it a better industry for more women to be participating in it? Because we do need more women in the workforce, and why should they not be?
No, you
in
have
the sector?
answered the question, because more women means better hospitality.
Yes.
We have always seen. The good news again is that in India now, we have got multiple five-star hotels which are led by women. There are so many of which was unthinkable even, I think, 10 years back. It was always used to be a man's bastion kind of, But we have got somebody like Ranju Alex, who leads the entire Marriott in India. And she's from this part of the world, actually. She's from Bihar. She's from Patna. She's not from Mumbai. She's not from Bangalore. She's from Patna. And she leads the entire Marriott in India. I think she is one example of how women with that kind of charisma, that kind of dedication can lead the biggest chain in the world in India. Similarly, I know that at least 20 to 25 of the top general managers of the hotels in India are women. And they're any day better than men.
Right.
Any day better than men. Because of the dedication, passion, and their women are naturally hospitable.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that this is something we need to work on. We right now working on a project, skill development project, where we are actually only picking up the women. It's a Citibank project. And this is actually very interesting because they want to spend money on educating women.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So which is a good start. I'm sure it may not be 100%, but even if it is 50%, it's a big victory for us. If I go to the tea gardens, a lot of women who used to work in tea gardens are now not working because it's quite a tough job. Being on the rain and sunshine and picking up the tea leaves. And there are fertilizers sometime in inorganic garden that can give rise to asthma and other. So they are not now interested, but they're interested in working industry, hospitality industry. Tea tourism is growing. If you see so many of the homestays in the hills, whether it's Darjeeling or Assam or down south as well, in Nilgiris. Now, to the extent the Chief Minister of West Bengal have announced that 30% of the tea gardens can be earmarked for tea tourism. We already seen some big hotel like Taj in Karshiang, but more and more hotels are coming in Duars. And I think tea tourism, coffee tourism will be one of the area where a lot of women would be working, even in the urban cities. But I think these small cities will attract more women. Today, if you see a Taj or a Marriott out of nowhere, if you go to the Northeast, there was no five-star hotel before.
Right.
Now, Mr. Chatwal have said that every Northeast city will have a Taj hotel.
Dr. Bose, good you mentioned about the government because, we do see that the hospitality sector often faces very erratic, very complex regulation. You wake up one day and something's happened. And, one day the rooftop restaurants have been banned. And obviously that creates an issue for the sector. You are a hospitality evangelist at a time when the sector is trying to, struggling to come back to pre-pandemic levels. What is your wish list from the government, both state and center?
So the first thing that is important, we met the tourism minister a couple of times with the industry leaders to the Chamber of Commerce, is that it has to be given the industry status. Even today, tourism, hospitality is not an industry. Although in some states, they have given industry status, like Maharashtra have given, Gujarat have given. But from the country point of view, we don't get that benefit of the industry, which means that a lower rate of interest, moratorium on the bank finance, and
Right.
taxation benefits for the first 10 years. So industry status is a must. When we are talking about 8.5% of the GDP, 10% of GDP in the next 5 years, we need to also nurture.
Yeah.
The government have to nurture it. Government is not nurturing the tourism industry as it is nurturing some other sector. We need to understand, we need to put more emphasis on the skilling and not on just a 3-year, 4-year program.
Yeah.
India needs a lot of skilled manpower. We need to somehow follow the China model where they have to work for 6 months in an industry, 6 months of training, and out in an industry earning money. We need to give employment. Employability is, it's a paradox. At one hand, everybody says we don't have people. Talent is not there. We don't get people to work. On one hand, we say people are unemployed.
Yeah.
So why?
It is a paradox.
It's a paradox.
It is a paradox.
So we need to do that right skilling.
Yeah.
If you go to a guy in Northeast who is very good, but sometimes they don't want to come to Bangalore or for that matter to Calcutta.
Yeah.
So we need to create some sustainable infrastructure in their places where they will work.
Yeah.
So when we recruit our students also, we make sure that they work and they study in the campus close to them. I don't want a Northeast guy to come to Calcutta. They can come to Guwahati, they can come to Siliguri, or we have just opened in Shillong, they can work and play in Shillong. So problem is that there is no hotels in those places.
Yeah.
That problem is now getting sorted. Now in Shillong only we have tied up with a big hotel chain called Polo Towers, and we have started a center inside the hotel.
Wow.
Where we will be skilling over 4,000 students per year
Wow.
from Shillong and nearby places. And they will not be working all in Polo Towers, but Polo Towers have given the space to us.
Right.
Advantage, we are skilling inside a hotel. It's like a medical college and a hospital. They can smell a hotel, they can see a hotel, they can work on the job training in the hotel. So it just needs 6 months to make them completely skilled. In India, everything is like, on an unreal educational paradigm where you imagine you are in a hotel. You see a video, it's a hotel. I can't smell a hotel. How can I eat a good Darjeeling momo on a online film?
Yeah.
I need to test it.
Yeah.
And
on
then
the
I say,
job, learning on the job. Right.
And that is only possible when you attach a hotel and a skill center together.
That's brilliant.
And that's exactly what we have done. Our Calcutta campus is attached with a hotel. Goa is inside a resort. Jaipur is next to the campus with a hotel. We just had a property in Shiliguri, which is close to the we have kind of tied up with Marriott, Courtyard by Marriott.
Right.
So although we don't have a property of ours, we tied up with them.
Right.
So every day our students go to Courtyard and Marriott.
But is this only you that's doing it, or is this yet to catch up? Because we don't hear too much about it.
So somebody have to take the leadership. Somebody have to ask and do that. I am doing it, you also do it, because it's the way to do.
Like learn the models and do it. Yeah.
Learn the model. A lot of people ask me that why so many people from hotel industry come from Bengal. If you go anywhere in India, from Kashmir to the Kerala, you will find Bengalis.
Yes.
Or students from Bengal or worker from Bengal in hotel. Whether it's room service or front office, you will find it.
Absolutely true.
And there are two reasons. One is that Bengalis are very hospitable. Bengal, Kerala, even Odisha, they're very hospitable people. And we are not very hardworking, unlike in North India. Yeah. But we are very good in soft skills. We are good to smile, very soft. We can work for long hours also. But another reason is that's me. Because in 1989, when I started the first ever private college in hotel management in Calcutta, everybody said it will not run. But in 5 years' time, there must be another 10 colleges who followed me,
right,
who copied me. I loved it. I said, copy me more. Because most of them who was copying were my students only. So in 10 years, Calcutta, Durgapur, Asansol, this entire belt has over 50 colleges.
Wonderful.
Because they all followed. And that
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about it.
Yeah.
So if somebody have to make it happen, and then everybody will follow it.
Right.
Look what has happened to Odisha today after KIT. After the KIT has opened, everybody has opened a college and university in Odisha because it's been a huge success. So I think that's what we need to do. We need to connect the training with the actual hotel.
Right.
It don't have to be a 5-star. It can be even a small hotel, but they need to work in a hotel to understand how the hotel runs.
Right.
Otherwise, there is always a huge detachment because the learning, and when they go to the hotel, they say, oh, we never knew it's so tough. Oh, we never knew that a kitchen can be so hot. Right. Oh, we can't put AC in kitchen. Kitchen has to be hot.
Wonderful. Dr. Bose, you mentioned about, all the things which are happening in Tier 2 and Tier 3 India, and more needs to happen because there is a lot of interest and demand coming for there. What is your outlook for hospitality sector in Tier 2 and Tier 3 India?
So the outlook is very positive because you can see that India now lives in Tier 2, Tier 3.
Right.
Even I'll say, even in the rural areas, because India of tomorrow is Bharat. It's not just the India of urban.
Right.
And they are the people who will propel the growth, propel the GDP, which you mentioned, propel the consumption. So I have got a relative who stays one of the Tier 3 town. And she one day called me and said that I want to buy a hotel in Darjeeling. I said, why? He said, no, I want to buy. I was very inspired by everybody, including you. I want to buy or take a lease. You help me.
Wow.
Anyway, I connected with with somebody. And today, she's running a hotel in Darjeeling. And she's spending 15 days in Darjeeling in a month.
Wow.
And she's an woman entrepreneur. She's taken a hotel on lease. And she is learning the job. We all are supporting a little bit. But the point is that aspiration level in these cities are much higher than in the urban youngsters. So urban youngsters possibly have got everything now. You need something, is 8 minutes away.
Quick commerce.
Exactly. But for them, it's still an aspiration that, okay, I will own this. Okay, I will go to airport. If they fly, they will plan for 10 days about flying before flying. For us, we can fly in 1 hour. So the fun element is much less now. in the city people, but they still enjoy life much more than us.
So almost 77% of new hotel sign-ups and signings, as you call it, is happening in Tier 2, Tier 3 India. So there's that much demand coming in.
Yes. The only concern is that the skilling. We need to get the people, because people have to be skilled. You cannot expect that people from city will go to a small place and work for years. Maybe they can go for 6 months. So we need to open the skilling centers attached to this hotel or near about this hotel. And it's very important. I think brands like Taj, they have opened their own skilling center. And I hope that they will be successful, because Taj been very successful in education. They put a lot of money. So more and more hotel need to invest in people, not just on employees, but also the future of the industry. The problem is that we talk a lot, but the industry always thinks that they have to cut cost on human resources. They will not cut cost on anything else. But human resources makes a good hotel great.
Yeah.
It's all human resources.
We always remember the people who greet us, who help us, serve us in any hotel, even small or big.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is hospitality. Hospitality is not a product. Hospitality is an attitude. It's a lifestyle. Product anyone can sell. True. You can go to a mall, you can get the best product. But that guy who is actually giving that small tea to you with a smile and asking you that, can I give you a biscuit also from my side? That makes your day actually.
That whole experience, and you remember that.
Exactly.
So, one of the, shifting gears, one of the things that are emerging is also this whole piece on sustainability, because the hospitality sector, generates a lot of wastage, food wastage, 11.9 million tons every year. How is it being tackled? And with this, I also want to shift into what IIHM is doing. You have your whole farm to fork kitchens. We'd love to understand a bit on that.
I think sustainability is the most important factor. I would say single most important factor. Because when we started working with sustainability about quite 8 years back, before COVID, we embraced the 17 SDGs of the United Nations. We had meeting with the Secretary General of the United Nations Tourism, Zorab, who is a very good friend of us. And we embraced 3 or 4 of the SDGs as our own goal. And one of them is the one that is the zero hunger. So zero hunger is one of the things which we still do. I mean, every campus of ours, every month, 2 to 3 times, do this zero hunger exercises. They go to the orphanage, they go to old age home, they just find out people in the road, and they feed people. And feed people cooked by themselves, our students. And we call them food soldiers. And they wear a t-shirt, a green color t-shirt, where is written IIHM Food Soldiers. And it's done without much publicity. And I think it's an amazing work. Now, it has 2 aspects. One is that they understand the sustainability goals. Number 2, they understand hospitality. Because when you are feeding a poor or an underprivileged or a challenged human being, who is possibly the son or daughter of a lesser god, you feel how fortunate you are. Because all our youngster complains, I don't have this, I don't have that. But when they go and do that, they forget that. And their hospitality comes naturally from within. They develop into a holistic hospitality professional, rather than just an literate hospitality professional. Literacy is very important, but holistic is very important.
Absolutely.
And then they start going again and again and again. People we have got students who used to go every other day. Not just from IIHM, but also from the home. It becomes a part of the habit. The other one that we really do is a collaboration, which is SDG number 17 last, collaborate. We collaborate with everybody because we don't compete. We believe that competition is beyond us. We need to collaborate with our peers, with the industry, with the universities all over the world, institution. That's how we do the world's largest culinary competition. It's called a Young Chef Olympiad.
Yes.
It's an 11th year this year.
Mm.
And we get 60 countries that come to India every year. 60 countries.
Wonderful cross-border cultural exchange. I mean, it
Yes.
fosters so much of understanding.
Absolutely. Although it's some competition, but these 10 days they stay together. These 60 young chefs, 60 mentors, over 40 international judges, and our 10,000 students who work with them in different cities. We do it in 6 cities. They become friends for life. They support each other.
Yeah.
They meet even 5 years after the competition in a different country.
Yeah.
So that also fosters that umbrella of friendship, umbrella of oneness, umbrella is of hospitality is not just limited to one nation, as you said, cross border. And this, I think, is personally, I think this is the best thing that I have done in my life. Because to bring the 60 countries together under one sky, especially when we have a event which is not a competition, which we call United World of Young Chef, where 60 countries come and cook their national dish for about 1,000 people. That we do in all the cities. But the final is in Calcutta, so we do in Calcutta a big way. Under one Calcutta sky. It's like telling to yourself, it's great work.
You know, the world is increasingly getting divided, and obviously such endeavors are amazing to behold. So kudos for that. Now, moving quickly and talking about your personal journey, what made a CA change their path and get into hospitality?
Unsuccessful CA, a failed CA, and disheartened CA, a boring CA, to an excellent, exciting world of hospitality education. Fortunately, unfortunately, I was very young when I passed CA. I was 22 and a half. And I never wanted to work for anyone. So I wanted to open my own farm. I did my own farm. And I had all, my friends. But nobody gave me a work. So what I wanted to do for my bread butter is to teach.
Right.
I was a fairly good student when I was a CA. That's the reason I passed early. And I used to teach in the Institution of Chartered Accountants of India. Then I used to have a lot of my own coaching classes in my home, in the evening, in the early morning from 6. And teaching came to me quite naturally. And I thought that, let me do this, but in an organized way. Because this is not something which I'm going to do for my life. So I started my first institution where CA was also taught, but also that we also used to teach advertising, PR, journalism. So we call it IIHM. And then hospitality came by default by somebody from Surrey in southern part of London. So they approached us, why do you open a franchise? I said, I have no idea about hotel management. But then my mother kind of prodded me to go and open this. So I started hotel management. And rest is history, I believe. So the moment of truth is that sometime education teaches you to do something else than what you learned in your own school and colleges. And that, I think, is very important. Some of the best chefs in the world never went to a catering college. Some of the best singers in the world are self-taught. So I think I was also self-taught hospitality professional for that matter. And that has helped me a lot, because even my friends who are CEO and general managers of hotel, they tell, because you could see from outside. We have been so much overtrained. We always see with our blinkers on, but you can see from outside. I always see from the guest point of view. And I always see that, why are you doing this? They said, no, that is what should be done. I said, no, why? The first thing I said, why you do all this check-in in the counter? Today even with the messaging and the text message, you can just get everybody to send their iCard and all. and or just send a DigiLocker. Today I can enter an airport on just showing my face. And you are still making me stand in front of your counter for 10 minutes.
So technology is very close to your heart. Tell us a bit about the hospitality GPT, Namaste that you have launched, and also everything that is to do with technology, how AI can impact the hospitality sector. I can see that you're also wearing a very cool spectacles as well. So tell us a bit more about that.
So I was always, I love technology in a way. Some people love certain things. I'll come to the specs later on. But technology is something that I thought during COVID time, when things were not happening, people were not getting the right kind of jobs. Technology is the answer. Today, AI is the answer. AI is not for tomorrow, AI for today. And AI will never replace human being. AI will only help us to perform better. AI will help the corporates to have better bottom line and better bookings. My last book, and possibly the first book in hospitality in the world, is an AI in hospitality and tourism, where harmonizing technology and human values, that's the name of the book.
Right.
It is about bringing the technology and the people together.
Right.
We call it tech and touch. We call it passion and process. Somebody can be very passionate, but if he doesn't follow a process, he may not be successful. Right. Touch is very important, but tech is equally important. So if we can get harmonized tech and touch, we get the almost perfect solution. I think AI today is helping us in very small way, not just it's a big way. Right now, as I gave you the example of the DigiLocker, which almost everybody is having a DigiLocker. I don't see any reason of a check-in and waiting. Check out. I can pay from my net banking, whatever. The moment the hotel sends me the bill, it will take me 20 seconds to pay. Why should I stand in a counter and give my card? But I can do it myself. You can see the specs, which has been Meta AI and Ray-Ban. So this specs is my mobile phone. I can call, I can talk, I can listen to music, I can take a photo.
I took a picture again.
I just took the picture. I can do a video call. I can do a video. I can do a live streaming. I can see the map. Only I can't transact right now. I can't do net banking. I can't do GPay, but everything else I can do. I can translate. If somebody speaks in Japanese, I listen in English.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. And this is a great for the security of the hotel industry. If the security officer is wearing this, and if he sees something which is not normal, some movement happening, he can immediately inform everybody by calling on a group call. He don't need to take a mobile phone and do this. No, not required. Also, he can take a picture and a video immediately without getting a mobile phone and making other people suspicion. Just putting this and a video start taking. And he can immediately send a video to the front office for security. So this is a great tool for the hotel security through a very simple AI.
Right.
And this comes at a cost of 29,000, which is very affordable.
Absolutely.
So I think these are the tools which our industry have to embrace. Industry are embracing. Good news is that industry are embracing. But as I said, it is only to help the human to support to run the industry. It can never replace the industry. It can bring more happiness to the guest, and it should not make the guest feel uncomfortable.
Privacy, intrusiveness, that aspect has to be
absolutely.
kept in mind.
I mean, I can't even think about a robot taking our food in room service. No, I don't like that. I would like to have a nice boy or a nice girl coming with the food and serving me. So I don't want to replace that with a robot. But what I can replace is a door in a gym where I don't need a security guard or a receptionist. I can just give my fingerprint or a card and a gym gate will open. I 3 months back, I gave a suggestion to the Goa government, because Goa, all of us know, is the marriage destination. It's a destination where people go and spend a lot of money, wedding destination.
Right.
So when you go to wedding destination, what the women do? They wear a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
Where do the jewelry is kept? In that small safe locker in the hotel room, which everybody feels is very unsafe. They feel that, somebody can steal this. Nobody will steal, I know.
Yeah.
But they think. So I gave a solution that please replace those passcode and the pass number with a face recognition.
Wow.
So if it is your jewelry, your face will only open the locker. Nobody in the world.
Wonderful.
So that you can sleep peacefully. Your jewelry is in very safe custody.
Yeah.
So these are the application of AI, which doesn't cost much, but make our customer feel much happier and they can trust.
Increasing efficiencies, security.
Yes.
That's very important. Tell us a bit about Namaste, your hospitality GPT.
Yes. So Namaste is, I think, a game changer. We all know about ChatGPT. We know about so many of the, GPTs like Perplexity now is their Copilot, etc. Gemini. I think we created this LMM for the hospitality only. It's very niche. Okay. It's not for everybody.
Right.
There are certain GPT like ChatGPT, which is excellent, I believe, but it's for generic. It's from sports to medicine to everything. But our Namaste is for hospitality. Right. And this is all fed by our own people. So 100% data are authentic.
Right.
And correct. Because it is not fed from the Google. When you go to ChatGPT, a lot of things are pulled from internet. Either from Google or from the social media or from LinkedIn. Here, everything is fed by us, our tutors, our educators, and our partner countries.
So you're training the AI with very pure content. And correct. Right.
And now this will be used by the students of IIHM and our partner universities. This is not for public. But maybe after 1 or 2 years, we will make it public. And it's completely free of cost. It is, we say that this is made in India, made by Indians, made for the world. And that is again a big satisfaction, because everybody says, oh, IT, India don't make anything which is a world product. Although Indians are leading all the top IT companies in the world.
Absolutely. But all the top CEOs are Indians.
Absolutely. Yeah. But see, if you can, that not a single product has come from India, which is a world product, not a single product. And today, Namaste is one product which has been produced in India for the world, which is a potential to become the first Indian product, made in India product.
Amazing. And with your reach and your hotels as well, it's very, it'll be very interesting. It'll be used very quickly. And then your partner, various partners across the globe can pick it up.
Absolutely.
With this, we're coming towards the end of our, I can go on and on, but definitely coming towards the end of our discussion. In 2017, you conferred the Hall of Fame award to Ratan Tata.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask, how was that experience for you? And of course, it's so significant now.
I think it's always been significant because when we started this Young Chef Olympiad and we started International Hospitality Day, which I created. And that's quite a small story because about 10 years back, we realized one day sitting in London with Sir David Foskett and all, that we didn't have a day for ourselves. We didn't have a hospitality day. We had a day for chefs, we had a day for housekeepers, a day for burgers, pizzas and everything else. But we didn't have a day for hospitality. So what we did, in half an hour, we created a day.
Wow.
And we found out from the Google what is a day which is not clashing with any other day. And we found 24th of April is a great day. And that was in January. It worked well for me personally because 24 adds up to 6, which is my number.
Okay.
So I said, okay. So we started, but that's the easier part of the story. Now we wanted an real giant of a man who will endorse this.
Right.
Otherwise, everybody will ask, oh, who created this? So obviously, a lot of names were discussed, but I came with one and only legendary Ratan Tata and said, but then Mr. Tata don't take any award. He will not be inducted to Hall of Fame. He will refuse, which is true.
Yeah.
He was averse to awards.
Yeah.
Anyway, with the some friends in Taj, some friends in Tatas, some good luck. We got a date from Mr. Tata, and Mr. Tata said, I can't come to Delhi. I said, sir, you don't need to come anywhere. We will come to you whenever, wherever. And so we got to meet him in his own private office, which is next to Taj President Mumbai. And we had been given a slot of 20 minutes for inducting him in the Hall of Fame and gifting him that big trophy and the certificate and the frames, etc. Sir David Foskett flew from London, and I spent 59 minutes with him. The best 59 minutes of my life ever since I was born. It was a master class of hospitality, of humility, of leadership, where you speak less, listen more, and tell just the right things. I think what I learned in that 58 minutes, 59 minutes, I will never be able to learn in 58 years. So that was Ratan Tata, not just the man, the charisma, his simpleness. I'll give you an example. We had a lapel pin for International Hospital Day. And I requested, sir, can I put this pin on your shirt? He said, Suborno, no, it will spoil my shirt. Why don't you hold the pin? It will make a very good picture. So I've got still a picture of holding the pin. So he was so humble. I mean, while we finished the interview, and we were just talking with the videos, whether everything is taken. And my colleague Rupinder Khurana, who is the director of the Pune campus, says, sir, Mr. Tata is waiting. And I saw him waiting in that door. He was waiting to see us off. So immediately I went towards the gate, me and Sir Foskett, and he walked us all the way to the elevator, which is actually quite a long walk. And then he said, I'm so sorry, there's so other guest. I would have come till the car park, but I'm giving to up my most senior manager to take you. And then he said, I forgot to ask, do you have a car? I said, sir, we have a car. So that is hospitality. That is hospitality. Hospitality is not great bed and great food. And I think we learned so much from man, which goes beyond humility. It is humanity. It's not just humility. He is the epitome of humanity. We learned a lot. And as I said, I will cherish that 59 minutes in my life as the best 59 minutes I ever had.
Amazing. I'm so glad we found this question to ask you, because somewhere when I read this and when we were doing research, my gut feeling said that there has to be there is a story behind this, because I'm so glad, because my next question was about International Hospitality Day and you covered this already. I mean, I'm also extremely, I look up to Mr. Tata as well, and I can completely understand what a wonderful and lucky experience, Dr. Bose, for you. So that brings us to the last round. Quick answer round, so just one or two words.
Sure.
One global city that you think sets the gold standard in hospitality, and why?
I still feel it's London, because it still got the best of the hotels, best of the chefs, best of the people who works there, because people are not necessarily from that country. It's the most cosmopolitan capital in the world, where you can get people from all over the world. It's a melt pot. And fortunately for me, so many from India. Some of the great chefs from India works there. Some of the great alumni from IIHM and IIM works there. I feel London still as one of the best hospitality capital of the world. But I think I must also add on, I think Mumbai comes a very close second.
All right. Wow. if you hadn't built a career in hospitality, and we understand you didn't like CA as a
I
pathway,
hated that.
what would you have done?
Flying.
Wow, pilot.
Yes. I still fly. I have got a microlight in Jakur in Bangalore and fly with Captain Mehta. Yes.
Wow.
It's a hobby, of course, but that's a great hobby, actually, especially when you get up to that a two-seater microlight up on the skies of Bangalore near Elenka and just look at the world and say, you are on the top of the world, literally. And then you get into a cloud and I panic and the Captain Mehta takes over and I come out of the cloud maybe in 20 seconds.
Wow.
And what I see is a blue sky. And that's life for me. Turbulence can only be temporary. Blue skies are permanent. So unless you are in turbulence, you don't understand how important blue skies are.
Absolutely.
Unless are you in trouble, unless you fail, you don't understand what success is.
Absolutely.
And that you can really feel literally up there.
Beautifully said, Dr. Bose. Absolutely. And I think, when we do a lot of meditation or cognitive behavioral therapy, which a lot of it is listening also, right?
Yes.
Because every day,
Yes.
so I do that a lot. Like I start my morning and I end my day listening to things. So this comes up a lot. Like, remember the blue sky, because that is still there.
Yes.
Everything else comes and goes.
Absolutely.
So beautifully put by you. My last question. AI in one sentence. If you had to explain its biggest value to hospitality education in one sentence, AI.
I think AI is not again something that is the end in itself. It's a journey and it will go on. AI is advanced intelligence, but also AI is actual interaction. That's also AI. So when actual interaction meets the advanced intelligence, you get the best hospitality education.
Wonderful.
And it's a journey.
Wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Bose. This is a masterclass for me as well.
Thank you so much.
And I can understand why you like teaching. You are very professorial, but in a very nice way. I think I've learned a lot. An honor to have you on What India Needs podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on What India Needs podcast. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. If you like the conversation, leave us comments below and tell us who would you like to see next. Thank you and see you next time.